Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. This is your home for organic Bible study that's fresh and delicious, free of MSG and GMOs. This is your place for 100% Bible. And so today we're looking at verses 6 and 7. Man, this is good. This gives us a little more information about our psalmist and perhaps his situation and what's going on. You can really read into this and see maybe there's some background here that we're being told that, I don't know, it's very today. It's very right now. This is something that people have been having trouble with forever. And here it is in the Psalter and tells us something about how we're to deal with it. So how do you deal with someone who talks about you? What do? Well, you take it to the Lord just like the psalmist does. Now look here at verses 6 and 7. If he comes to see, may wickedness speak to his heart. May he gather wickedness to himself. He goes out and talks. Together they whisper against me, everyone who hates me. Against me they plan evil concerning me. All right, that's verses 6 and 7. How do you deal with the bunch who's bitter? How do you deal with the gossips? How do you deal with the people who mob together? Well, that's exactly what's happening here. And apparently, this sickness has him on his couch. It has him in bed. And you notice verse 6, it says, if he comes to see. Some translations will have, if he comes to visit. If he comes to look, maybe. And we could translate this, if he comes to see me. Now, we'd have to supply me there. But who's the he? The he is the enemy. If he comes to see me, and I'm sick in bed because I've prayed, if I'm on my sick bed, all my lying down, you're going to heal. And then verse 4, I've said, be gracious to me, heal my spirit, for I've sinned against you. So there must be some illness, perhaps, that's got him in bed. The wicked or the evil man, the enemy, comes to visit. And what's he do? He gathers wickedness to himself. He speaks wickedness in his heart. He's joyful that his enemy is ill, or the righteous man in this case. And he goes out and he talks. Well, who does he talk to? Well, he talks to people that'll receive it. Have you ever noticed that bitter people are easily attracted by other bitter people? That people who like to gossip are easily attracted by other people who like to gossip. They don't even have to know each other. And they can gossip back and forth just like they're old friends. Well, so what's he do? He goes out and he talks. He says that in verse 6. He goes out and talks. Together they whisper. So who's he talking to? Well, he's talking to other people like him. These wicked folk who like to gossip and who like to share little dirty, nasty tidbits and imaginations that they have about the psalmist. And they go out and they whisper against me, he says, everyone who hates me. You say, well, that's kind of hard. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard, but that's exactly what's happening here, because the gossip wouldn't gossip if they loved. If they truly loved, they would keep their mouth shut. Instead, they would pray. So they would lift up to the Lord their friend, because friends don't gossip on friends. Loved ones don't gossip on loved ones, right? I mean, please tell me I'm right here. Together they whisper, everyone who hates me. Against me they plan evil. Now here we go way beyond simple gossip. And now we're into planning evil. So now they're going to try to take him out. They're going to try to end his life perhaps. Or at least bring him into disrepute, something, because they're planning against him. So this is premeditated now. They're not just being led by the nose with their gossip. They're not just enjoying the sinfulness of speaking against their neighbor and breaking the 9th commandment. No, that's not what's going on here. There's way more here than that. They're coveting something that he has. They're planning either to kill him or to rob him. And so they're planning evil concerning me. Oh, and I see my time is up, so I'm going to say join me again tomorrow, fellow travelers, and we'll see what happens here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.